I'm paying attention, but I'm doing a few things here. All right,
Five,
I'll
4, 3,
advertise
2,
the rest later.
1.
You want a piece of me?
Yes. I'd still like to practice the heroic strat even on normal. Amazing what getting some gear will do.
Nice work! Huh, that's one nuisance out of the way.
Good job, morons. While you were playing with Vexy, my crew was moving in. Thanks for the extra time.
Ah, great. And the Galagio is sealed tight. Clear out Gallywix's cronies and see what can be salvaged. We'll put together something that'll blast the doors out that casino.
Apologies, Sam. It's easier. Go to Cauldron. Or going the wrong way. I know. We can kill Cauldron even faster. I mean, we gotta kill both. I just want to do Cauldron next, because, like, on Heroic, this is the fight that's gonna be easier than doing Reverb. Yeah, I'm just fixing some things, doing some electrics. Oh, I just assumed you were choosing to raid the Heroic team. I don't know. Alright. Sorry about that. Sam, can I get assist so I can kind of clean up groups here? Get him somewhat even. Gracias.
It's the tussle of the century, folks. But what's this? Ladies and gents, it appears we have a surprise three-way battle in the Cauldron of Carnage tonight. Hope they're ready to crumble.
Yeah, I'm still using my season stuff.
Negative. Yeah, no Carol's charges today. Next week we'll get them. And odds are on Godzilla.
Yeah, so odds will go left, evens will go right. Even groups has one less person, but the odd groups has 2 healers. So that should hopefully spread it out. And I looked at the damage done for the boss and tried to spread out the DPS accordingly. Ideally, we kill these as close to even at the same as we need to. If one gets significantly ahead of the other, I'll be calling out. We'll probably have the monks be responsible for switching on the fly. So like if Florendo gets really low versus Torque, I'll probably have Pharaoh switch over and vice versa. I'll do it since us are mobile. Is there anyone that isn't aware of what's going on in this fight? Okay, so the reality is that the harder of the 2 bosses in terms of mechanics is Florendo. So Torque, real quick, his stuff is very easy. When you're around him, you will get like a... Well, both of them will give you a stacking debuff. This is a swap boss, much like Amalgamation from Aberrus. But with Torque, what happens is that if you move, you get an increased charge, and it'll pop up. For me, it's at the top of my screen. And it fills the bar. So the more you move, the more you're going to hurt yourself eventually. Now, that said, he does spawn circles around, so you have to move a little bit. And they're pretty consistent. It's like 4 or 5 circles. And then go from there. And that's basically it with him. He's very mechanically easy. Florendo has a bomb that he spawns. We need all DPS and healers to soak. He will also pick a random person of the raid and do a very long fire breath at them. It follows you. So ideally, you hold it out to one of the sides, because it is long enough to reach the Torque raid group if you are standing like in line with the 2. So those are the big ones there, and then he also will lay out some flame circles. So I won't call the Kong mechanics a lot. I'm gonna look at the timeline and try to see. When they reach 100 energy, they charge into the middle, and that's where we get some free 2-target cleave. And then after that, everybody in the group switches so that you can wipe the debuff, and they have to stay on the sides of the arena that they are on. So after the duel happens, evens will go to Florendo, odds will go to Torque, and rinse and repeat. Any questions?
Can you explain fight?
For you, Drip, as a healer, make health bar goes up, hang out with Sam.
It's a fart joke. It's a fart joke.
Stealing my freaking material, eh?
Pretty soon this clear age too. I'm catching up, buddy.
Actually catch me.
5,
So make sure evens are all on
2,
Torque side.
1.
And go ahead and hero. Yeah. Worm, stop moving. Yep, Eruption Stomp is coming. That's Florendo side. Then, yes. Just move out of the circle completely. Yeah, the beam is the only exception to not soaking the bomb. Alright, even should be on Florendo. Keep it there, Knight. Bomb is down. Maybe I'll get that out of the ring for some. Next bomb in about 7 seconds. We'll need a little bit more damage on Torque when they go full energy here. We should be able to kill during the duel. A little more on Torque. Alright, we're killing him even, kill him even. Well done. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I could hear that crowd from all the way out here. Just don't let the fame go to your heads.
So that's done. Is there a way to avoid that, or does everybody just gets done after the circle's gone? Kind of peeking at hard.
Yeah.
It's based on how much you roll.
Yeah. No. You plant your feet. I know that's really, really hard for a lot of people to do, but planting your feet is actually one of the best things you can do in a raid situation because it makes positioning everything else so much easier. So, lessons for when we get further on. I know it's less. Yeah, but in between that, you shouldn't be moving at all. Like that's what got Worm clapped. No, I'm not playing along with that. You got clapped because you didn't plant your feet. Like, watching you do that Cinderbrew the other night, I got nauseous watching you because you just don't stop moving, and it annoys me. I only have my backwards walk bound because I think. And it's less dangerous to do it that way.
That killed me so many times on Sledge Fist.
I mean, casters are pretty good about it because a lot of the times you have to plant in order to actually do your stuff. But melee is like the absolute worst. I mean, I played Demonology farm. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's the one that's visually cool, but not as much damage. But it does have Diabolist, which is fucking banger to play. Diabolist Demonology Warlock is the best. Yeah, let's clear this room.
Looks like we got a party foul in the
Whenever the amp comes down, let's get a couple DPS on it to kill it. Well, you'll have time because I gotta explain the fight. There's the amp. Ravers. What do you mean, you people?
Get it? It's Jordan.
Tropic Thunder reference. Never lands. We got one stagehand back here that we missed somehow, Sam.
I got it.
Well.
Stop messing with the acoustics!
Cut off, really?
Don't forget to loot things because you do get raid reward from some of these mobs. All right, Rick Reverb. So there's two phases to this fight. The first phase, he is going to drop static, like Tesla coils on stands randomly throughout the fight. Placing his RNG, we can't really control it kind of at all. They are going to charge up periodically throughout the fight. Now on normal, anyone can click it. We can click it multiple times you need to. So I just basically need one, maybe two people to babysit each coil as we go through. So ranged and healers are ideal. Melee, if they're in melee, grab it. As you channel it, you do get I think it's a haste buff. You get a buff of some kind. So it is actually valuable to stop DPS and channel it because you can get more DPS in your burst windows. Right. He's going to put 3 blue circles around people. We just ask that you spread those out. There are sound wave type circles that will go out through the fight periodically. Watch those. Don't stand in those too much if you can. On heroic particularly, they hurt. Normal. Defensive if you can't get out of it, but ideally, again, we want to practice our normal strats on normal as if it were heroic, just to make heroic prog easier. So there's going to be like probably 4 or 5 of these that get dropped by the time we enter phase 2. In the intermission, he goes up into the air and gets like a 90%, like a 95% DR, so it's useless DPSing him. And he's going to put a big blue circle around each of the amps. Much like the Unshrek bombs, we have to stand in it, except no one has to set them off. Once the sound waves hit, it will automatically kick us up in the air. And we do that 3 or 4 times, and then rinse and repeat. So, any questions? I think the disco balls on the side are for the Glory Raider achievement.
So you said when he's up in the air, he's more vulnerable or less?
Less. He has a 95% damage reduction, so don't bother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so don't bother DPSing him. It's a time purely to focus on getting into position, because if you don't get inside the circles and get launched up, on normal, again, we could probably survive because it's normal, but again, we're practicing for the idea of heroic and mythic. On heroic, I absolutely know it will kill you because I found that out firsthand. And this is a hero on pole situation.
We're letting you know that that was said because Panic at the disco.
Oh, like the
song.
band. I get it.
A band, yeah.
We're gonna do this all night, Mark?
Yeah,
Five,
fucking lootly.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead, Nero. I respect that. Get out of that melee, it does stun. Avoid the big blue line. Alright, let's get those spread out. Yep, don't stand with your friends. Melee out. 2 coming down. Alright, stage 2 coming in 5 seconds, so we'll just basically have to stop DPS and just run around. Alright, the one here in the middle. We'll probably end up going to one of the ones in the back here. Yep, circle. Probably end up at star or diamond, is my guess. Nope. Okay, triangle. I'll stop predicting. And star here in the back. We're good, tanks don't need to move.
Finally, some quiet. I thought that blowhard would never shut up. You have my thanks, champions.
When it comes to those, again, as we go, make sure you're updating me on your status of tier. We'll try to distribute it as best we can, but if it gives you 2-piece or 4-piece, go ahead and roll need on it if it's only going to be your first or third. At least tonight I asked that you pass. So I want to try to get some tier sets complete. Oh yeah, the catalyst charge is still around. Yeah, that'll be 2-piece. Good call. Good call.
Wait, 69 should be auto win? Isn't that how it works? Wrong guild.
Don't kill me, Chip. We're going to Bunk Chunker next. I didn't even look at the map. Alright, trash boss. Alright. You completed Katamari Damacy, you know how to do this boss. Somebody got it. So there's a game called Katamari Damacy that was released years ago that the whole goal basically was to roll around and suck up as much shit around on the floor as you could, and your high score was determined by how much you actually sucked up.
So blame your healers.
It only took me like
Dig through all that
4 years
junk
of
you're
raiding it
sitting
to
on
realize that
and
the
deal
server's
with
banned
these
for me. I
pests.
can actually do something.
Jollywicks couldn't whoop you little hooligans?
To be fair, I played John.
I'll show 'em how we did it in my day.
Okay, 4 years isn't bad. In the scheme of life.
This boss, people are going to turn into your little balls of trash. You're going to roll over trash, become bigger and bigger. 50%, you need to switch
your energy level gets 50%, you switch to the bigger trash. Once you start picking up the bigger trash and get close to 100%, there'll be giant bombs on the ground. You could roll into those and explode them. And then if there is no other bombs on the ground, you can roll into the boss and explode on the boss. Normal I don't think it stuns people, but on heroic it definitely stuns people if you hit people with the trash when you're rolling around. That's the big thing. The other thing is there's going to be circles going out of fire. Watch out, he's coming up this way. There's going to be circles of fire. Do not stand on the trash, it'll catch it on fire. So make sure you try not to step on the trash as much as possible. Stand on top of each other. It does damage to everything. So that's the big thing in this fight. Otherwise, it's pretty much a normal tank and spank.
I do have it set up in my bigwigs that if you are selected to do the roll around. Now the thing is the trash is different sizes. There's some small piles, and then there's a medium piles. You cannot run straight into the immediate piles until you become medium or bigger. Once you hit large size, roll it into the boss, because then you do damage to the boss. And yeah, roll over the bombs, and then if there are no bombs left, run it into the boss. But you can't run into like the larger junk piles immediately. You have to hit the small ones until you get grown to medium or bigger.
Call me fat.
No.
You're just big bone.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Your imp is fat though.
1.
Left up the opener. First set of fire circles. Kind of spread this out. Scrap masters we need to kick and interrupt and stuff so they don't. Oh, and if you run over your friends, you do stun them. So. Yes. To answer the question honestly, yes. No, I got it. I'm just... thanks. We probably need to be careful about hanging out here. There's a spy master out in the back we need to kick or do something with. Just if you get the rolling, if you're the rolling rubble, you just run over it. Yeah, you just have to be mindful. Yeah, it potentially will destroy you if you run into the boss with it. So it's one of those things like, if you can get it on your way in without having hitting a bomb, that'd be ideal. Yeah, it's gonna be a space management fight on Heroic, so.
That's one less goblin on Gallywix's side. My venture buddies will take over cleanup from here. Thanks.
Does anybody want the leg token? That's my BAS, but I don't need it.
I mean, if you can catalyze and get 4, and there's no one else that would get a set bonus out of it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Knight, you're headed the wrong way, but
Don't mind me. Don't look at me.
headed to Sprocket Monger, bottom left to the
Sorry,
map.
I'm confused. Am I rolling on that or not?
That is up to you, dude.
George, does that give you an extra piece of tier? Or an extra set? Oh, okay.
We should probably meet up somewhere and kill all these things that we've pulled over the course of the confusion about where to run. Yeah, a bunch of us are just, like, we need to plant feet somewhere now. And let's kill trash. Because we got a bunch of shit chasing us. They decided to...
We can get back over to you. There's flames blocking the path to you, so trying to get over there and
The problem is, yeah, yeah, the yeah, the problem is that we all went like 4 different directions and we all pulled shit from everywhere. So we just
Following me, I was following Flanders.
Sam. Somebody stand help summon Sam.
Oh, oh.
We found ourselves in a yeah, we did.
I don't think I made it to you, but I have a lot of friends.
I see you. What is it he got?
we just had a whole bunch of shit snap to us.
Showing us ways.
Yeah, if you fight in the road, there are like many ways to die.
Like that thing you extra ways, yep.
Thing is kicking my ass.
Red hot savings here. Won't find better.
Gotta keep moving. Man, those are really
Satisfaction recommended.
that is amazing.
Oh, those are the mobs I was fighting. They weren't got me killed.
Had a dumpster dropped on me.
Yeah. It's a one shot too.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's the blue. Yeah, the green swirlies on the ground. Might have been the blue one then.
You're colorblind. It was the red one.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
These things are now evading. That's
They're snapping to us. Yeah.
All of it.
I mean, I was just going to the boss. That's all I was doing.
I don't think there's any trash left.
No, there is because we're still stuck in combat.
I wasn't expecting them to. Really odd. Oh, look.
Yeah, so new rule in the future: tanks don't go running off into the fucking nether realm with yourselves. Like we all gotta stay I know. We all got to stick together here, though, because otherwise we just have lost like 10 minutes here, and this is just ridiculous. Slime, 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 slime.
Eureka! Gallywix is gonna flip when he sees this! Unless he doesn't. Maybe we ought to do some market testing first.
Yeah, it's a single target.
Oh, I fell down the hole with this one.
I'm put down the hole. Tech boss, treadmills run. They pull out different things. The left side over on the left over here pulls out, shoots laser beams at you. The center is a magnet that pulls everything in towards the center or towards the magnets, and the right hand side is gigantic rockets. So I believe the pattern is left, right, and center. It might alternate on heroic, but it seemed like on everything that I saw said it was left, right, and center. Eventually, the boss is going to send us to the opposite side of the room, and then we have to make it to him to interrupt him, and then it's basically a rinse and repeat. These things move left and right. The blue disappears during combat, so it is a fall to your death when that thing goes. So just be mindful of that. And you can't fall off the sides. And there's holes at the front and back of the room because those grates go away, so be careful of that. Also, we are starting to go into heroic, so make sure we don't have any pieces of gear that aren't enchanted starting Thursday. They know who they are. There's a couple of them. It's not you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I got research to develop! If this is rewired, it'll up the kill rate.
Hero. Gonna move to the other side because this side's getting electrified. Move. It's electrified. Stay in the middle. And watch the pink circles on the ground. They will disorient you. Bombs coming in, somebody mindful. On night, so get away from them if you can. Big beams.
Streets are clear, and we got all the salvage we need. Meet me at the Galagio. It's time we blow the lid off that joint.
Hey, Warglaive led.
Oh, I got conveyor slayer. Cool.
Alright, we are headed back over to the big old casino on the east side of the map. Camper, does that give you 2-piece or 4-piece? Put those out of the fire. Let's come to the steps of the Galagio. Newall won the dagger, was second on the dagger roll, so the offhand, if you don't need it farm, goes to Alessa. You got the offhand, yeah, the super fans buzzer beater. Alessa, Lilith. The only other roller.
Is it because you're holding Winston in by hostage?
Sort of. My bid was going to be me not kidnapping Winston.
That's a good bid. That's a good bid.
Right?
Oh, I see what happened. Some people took the left stairs, some people took the right stairs, so. It is 9 o'clock, Sam. Do we want to take a break before we pull the next boss? Alright, go to the right. Do not go left, go to the right.
We got games to play, Gazlo.
Probably good enough because they're starting to attack people from the back.
Yeah, we got these carabots. We got these carabots that don't do a lot here, so in terms of movement.
That's a terrible deal. I'm just saying, cult membership is like group drive, it's just kind of like
Place
dead in the
your
water.
bets, but I gotta say, your odds don't look so good.
We got one, two assistants. Never mind, not just the bandit. Never mind.
Let the games begin.
You know, one thing they could have done for immersion in years, have the NPCs hand out drinks when you go through the casino with those wavy blurry. There's alcohol.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, should I pick it up? And I was like,
Yeah.
it's probably one of the make things hard shit.
That's what I thought too, but maybe it is for, like you said, ambiance.
Did you just say ambiance? I don't even know what that means. You can't just make up words and pretend like you're something cool.
All right. I might, but I'm running a sim to see if I need to switch around my weapon setup.
What you really have to do is make sure that your profession tools are enchanted too.
Because my Time Walking Weekly gave me the Crit Master staff that's off this boss, actually, I think, at Champion. So I know I'm using that for Brewmaster, but then I got the Haste Verse staff off of the first boss, so I'm trying to see if this is going to be an upgrade over my dual wield setup for Windwalker. Alright, so we're running that sim. It's gonna ask, but not gonna get that. I already upgraded it, so I don't think I can trade it. No one else wanted it. I'll just sell it. Okay. Actually, I need to run the sim again. Double check this sim. So I had to take a talent. I had to take this dual threat talent out. Okay. All right. Ready to check to see who's back. One is not out. Farm and drawer, let us know when you're back.
What are you, a union auditor or something?
No, I feel like it's not a perfect concept of the
Oh, where'd it go, my peg?
She hasn't gone to her union orientation yet.
How dare you do your job without protest?
All right. While we're getting everything situated, One Armed Bandit. One of my personal favorites. So, what happens is he has an ability. His main ability is called Spin to Win here in Stage 1. Basically, what he's going to do is he has these two assistants out. He's going to pull his reel and call two of them out. Every time we kill them, it drops a token. We then throw the two tokens into the one-armed bandit, and it basically locks him into a reward. And there's 6 different versions that we can do. Sam, I think you have a way that you're tracking that. So what happens is that when he gets the reward tracked, it will put 3 different three different symbols basically out about here, here, and here. Sam will call out which 2 it is we need to prioritize. Once we kill the token, so to speak, someone will grab it and throw it into One Armed Bandit to basically redeem the reward and prevents us from dying. The third one we still need to kill, but you don't have to do anything with it. If we don't get the tokens deposited in there, it permanently he gets a thing called fraud detected, which permanently increases his damage by 500%. So it is imperative that we get the tokens in. Generally speaking, because they're going to be right there in melee. Melee, possibly one of the tanks. Kind of our thing to do.
Does that make this AoE?
Honestly, you're probably better off doing single target just because of the way everything is spread out. Unless you have the ability to do good spread cleave, which I don't know if trick shots will activate off of that or not, depending on where you stand. Or kill cleave. I don't know which one you're playing. And go from there. The other thing about this fight is that the longer it goes on, the more attack speed One Arm Bandit gets, so it's somewhat of a DPS race. The other thing that's going to happen during this first phase is there's an ability called Payline. Basically, it's going to roll a massive casino chip at us. If you get caught in it, you're going to get crushed. But you can stand near the path to become a high roller. If you get crushed, you're going to take a bunch of damage and get stunned for 8 seconds. But if you stand near it, you gain 10% damage and healing and 30% movement speed for 15 seconds. So you want to stand on like the outside of the ground effect. And then while the Payline chip is in play, the One Arm Bandit gets a 5% damage increase. So it's going to roll across the room. During that time, he'll do a little bit of extra damage. You want to watch out for the smoky exhaust that happens. It'll just be circles on the ground. While they're out, they deal a bunch of damage and reduces your movement speed, so avoid it. And then there's the Tank Buster. So that's P1. No, it's a lot. Basically, melee, drop the chips in. Sam will call out which 2 logos to kill. We'll throw those into the boss. And then stand near the casino chip lines, but not in them while they're out, so you can get a damage buff. And then in P2, he cheats basically to do each of the mechanics. And we'll kind of explain those as they come out. There's a set of hypercoils that cause nature damage and explosive shrapnel. The flame one will just shoot out marking random players and shoots out lines of flame blasts. You can either dispel it or let it expire. Scattered Payout is a big AoE golden coin. Inflicts damage to every player until it's destroyed, so if we get that, we'll just have to watch out for it. And then Explosive Jackpot just destroys us. So we'll see. The pay lines still happen in that, so we want to keep an eye on the casino chips. So basically, P1, we can kind of determine what happens in it. P2, we have to deal with it no matter what. They're destroyed in normal, so it doesn't matter.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here on pole. Which one's him? Alright, so middle and right. You get the coin, go ahead and throw it into the boss. Right, just watch your feet here. That's probably a healing cooldown in heroic. Healing orbs are coming out. Casino chips are coming out. Casino chip coming back through. That's what gives a high roller buff, so you have to do it. Alright, which one, Sam? Middle and right again. Alright, kill the stuff around. They cannot be CC'd, so you have to kite them. One going out. If, Allie, if you could go out there and grab that coin and roll it back towards the boss so we get the buff. So it does give the buff, that's my mistake. Oh, the logo's disappeared. Just kill the assistants. Range, can we get that one over there, please? Here's the electro effect. I don't know how, it's can't click them or anything. Yeah, you see that guild. That guild recreated themselves under the reverse name and did it again. Exploit killed them again. They probably. Basically, what happened is a group somehow managed to get a hold of like a GM spell, and we're using it to one-shot bosses.
It's like at the top of the leaderboard, then they get taken off, but it takes them a while to do it.
Who knows? BlizzCon is returning in September of 2026. Well, yeah, it's probably too late to get all the stuff organized, logistics organized for this year. I mean, yeah, it'll be back. It'll be, from what I understand, it's going to be in California. What's that? Okay.
Nobody passes without permission from the boss. And you don't got permission. Ain't that right, Mug? You got it, see?
When we get to the carpet side, two people are going to get marked. It's going to be far and close. Do not run way far from the boss. For the odd groups, or the melee, just say melee will get in the closest one to the boss. Ranged will get into the farthest one from the boss. Kill the ad inside of it as fast as possible, and then spread out as soon as you get knocked out. And then we just stay on the carpet side. The tanks will run. When we get to the carpet side, we'll pull the boss back into that corner, and we will start doing the golden shower on the outside of the ring.
And if two melee or two ranged get marked, someone go.
Correct. So what I did for reference purposes, in this fight, you kind of want to stay somewhat tight-knit because there's a lot of space control in this fight. So ranged, I've marked duel with a moon. If you get lost, you're not sure where to go, all else fails, fall onto him. Melee, I put it on lead because I would put it on me, but I'm going to be bouncing around, helping the ranged with their circle when it comes in. So again, melee, if you get lost or confused, find lead. Even though he's going to be moving around a lot with his stuff.
It's a priority, 100% priority to have this much gold.
Yeah, they put up like a rock wall around you, so you can't even attack the boss. So, go from there. The other thing is, at no point should you ever stand in front of the tanks, because if you get hit by the tank frontal, which is the golden trail that they're going to be leaving, you also will get it. If you do not burn if you get it, you just take off running. Don't try to do the damage, just run. Because if you don't get it, you get stunned for 30 seconds. Human racial does not work. Icebound Fortitude does not work. Bop does not work. Nothing works. You're just stunned for 30 seconds. And at that point, I give Noel permission to pull you into a swirly and kill you. Still give you that permission. Because it's much easier to just kill you that quickly and then battle res you. So the tanks will try to run that along the edge, so just always be mindful. At 30%, that's when we hero on this boss, by the way. Or 40%. So we're not burning hero on pull. At 30%, he's going to bomb around the room, and he's going to do a giant spinning John Wick auto machine gun spin move. So you have to kind of avoid that, and it keeps going until he dies. So basically, it's like an enrage.
John Wick doesn't really need a machine gun. Give him what they need still.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so many toys. Don't die too quick, okay?
Yeah, one on range on one, melee on the other.
This joint is rigged to explode. Let's make the town red. This one's just for you. Light 'em up. My turn for the grind of the dust. Have at it.
I'll be at range because we're a little more melee heavy. So again, all the cells stand on Newell. I got ranged. So I'm sticking with range this time. That's, yeah. I read that. I saw blue get it, and I thought it was wrong. If you don't have any movement speed, call for it. I'll hit Tiger's Lust on the first, and if another one needs it, then Pharaoh, if you could hit him with Lust, Tiger's Lust. We're at 77. No, we do it at P2. Chakras are down. Hero. Don't get hit by the blue circles, they do stun. Melee get tiered right here. Camper range. Range up, yep. Oh, I'm bad. No, there is. Get in that and soak it as soon as you can. No, just kill. Is that the one you were looking for, Noel?
What's next, Gallywix?
Ooh, someone's getting cranky. You wanna oust me? Keep going. I'll see you soon enough.
It doesn't have to end here.
Oh, save me the mush. The Horde made you soft.
Alright, Galliwix, there's a lot going on.
I'm offering you a way out. You don't make the offers.
Luckily on normal, I can handle most of it. Or the most important stuff I can pretty much solo. Yeah.
Two total, but
I got by the knockback.
I did too.
I'm just gonna stay. Here on Galliwix's platform, so I'm just gonna hang out here.
Pretty nice. You didn't tell me about it.
I forgot about it. Alright, our groups should still be good from earlier. Odds will have 2 healers, evens will have 1. So DPS should be the same on each side. So we're going to tank these on opposite sides. So one side will be, usually it's right here, the other side here. Odds on one side, evens on the other. So there's a giant soak, much like Broodbound Horror, that puts a healing debuff on the group that's affected by it. That's really kind of the biggest mechanic in P1. So just make sure we do that. There's going to be Big Bad Bunch of Bombs, which puts 2 giant orange circles on that. Just kind of get out of that, because if you get hit with it, you do 6.8 million damage. There's also going to be little circles. You just want to avoid those. And then someone's going to get targeted with orange circles. Just run those out of the group, but try not to overlap the bombs. Little bombs, because again, I'm going to do that. He will vent heat. That is just a AoE damage thing, so healers just be prepped for that. Suppression is the thing that drops a bunch of the little circles on the ground, so be mindful of that. P1 is pretty straightforward. It's really just soak, get out of the big bad bunch of bombs, coalesce back with your group, go from there. P2, this is where things start to get interesting. So P2, basically what happens, you can see Sam's marking different things. There's going to be bombs that drop on the ground. I'm going to be grabbing one and taking it to whichever coil is being activated. It usually is this one, but it could be any of the 4 big coils that you see on the outside of the room. I will handle that mechanic. Basically, I have to do a generator. I have to throw them into a generator so that the coils don't activate and nuke us. However, there's like 5 bombs that go thrown out. So if you're, once I get mine, I need all the other DPS to grab the bombs, and you'll get an extra action button. You can either chuck them off the edge over here, or you can chuck them into the middle where Galliwix is at now, just to get him out of the platform, because if they explode, big rate damage. He's also going to latch onto a bigger mechanical body. One thing that was suggested to me last week, because of the little soak mechanic, instead of tanking him on the edge, we should tank him here, with you guys facing towards the, or with you guys standing with your backs to the edge. That way when the soak comes out, like, melee can get in kind of the closer one, and we still keep that uptime and get basically free damage out of it. He is also going to basically each of these 4 coordinates, and the one we're standing in now where Sam is at, each of them is going to, one of them is going to be like electrified, so we don't want to stand in that. And then he still does other mechanics that require getting out big bad bunch of bombs. There is a mechanic that we learned the hard way last time, where he will do a ability around him, much like Sikrin, where the closer you are to it, the more damage you take. So right after we do the purple soaks, and there's 3 circles that get soaked, everyone run away from the boss. I mean, tanks probably can deal with it, but everyone best just has to run away so we don't take a bunch of damage. I said there's a ton going on. That's the most of the first two phases. I'll call anything else kind of on the fly as we go. So odds you will be with Sam on Moon, evens you will be with Nightmare on the X for phase 1. After that, we're basically all grouped up the entire time. If for whatever reason I die, I will have lead and Newell be my backups for the blue bombs that go into the platforms. Because you do take, I will take damage while I have the bomb. I'll try to heal myself with the instant vivifications, but just a healer, pay attention when I have the bombs. Just keep a small eye on me. Even just a hot, usually on normal, will be enough to save it.
Phase 2, the ads spawn on the moon line over here.
Oh yeah, they spawn all around the circle. We do have to kill those ads when they pop out.
Two big ones are by moon. So.
Yeah. Those mobs can be kicked, interrupted, CC'd, all that stuff, because they do just channel the casts. So use those if you got them. And yep, thank you. Any questions before we hit the full timer?
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Right.
1.
Yeah, you will be with Nightmare over here on the X, so evens are getting it. Spend some heat. That's not good. Alright, even soak back on Nightmare. Get out of that. Suppression. Then. Oh, that's not good. Alright, next set of bombs are coming out in 5 seconds. I almost rolled into the center of that. I almost did the monk thing. Alright, cone soak. This will be odds. So Sam's side. Bombs are coming out in 5 seconds. Yeah, remember, thanks. You probably got a taunt basically as soon as the soak goes off. Alright, cone soak for evens. Whoever has that satchel, please get it out. Alright, stage 2 in 5 seconds. So, ads are coming out. You can see them all there. Don't be in the circles when they land. Res Sam. We'll need Nightmare to grab all these. You get knocked down the middle, Sam. So happy about that. Alright, get the rest of these bombs off, please. Either throw them in the middle or throw them off to the side. You have to... Extra action button? Extra action button? Yeah, right there's good. Yeah, you have to use your extra action button to get it, and then extra action button to throw it, for anyone that's curious. Alright, hero here. All right, watch these lines. They do veer off in different directions, so just be mindful. All right, the soaks are coming out now, so we'll need at least 2 people in every single circle. If I can get a couple more range. Yeah, there we go. I can hit him from melee range from here, and I don't have extended range. All right, get out of that. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Alright, overloaded rockets are coming out here shortly. So let's get those out. Watch your lines. Alright, next set of ads are out. If a bomb is inside the blue beam, if you can grab it before the zap hits it, that way it doesn't get exploded. Let's just save a little bit of damage. Lead, we'll need you to just grab one and take it to any of them, I guess. Yeah, it's a wipe. Yeah, that's on me. Yeah, all of them had one up, it looks like. I thought I hit the one that was.
It must not have been. You must have already needed the second one or it missed because they all were charging up and they were all going off. And at that point in time, it's a wipe. Let's see you get it cleared.
Okay, that's on me then.
Alright. It's only the third time we've seen it, right? Yeah.
Don't fall off the edge.
So, just so you know, there was 3 circles on my side, and I stood in the one spot between all 3 circles where there was nothing on the floor.
Just hit that thing.
And it set me off the edge. Yeah. I'm like, I'm clear. I'm good.
Does anyone else notice, or is it just a UI thing? But when you have the bomb, after you pick it up, the extra action thing disappears while you're moving.
If you get hit or take any damage, you automatically drop the bomb.
Does anybody have a mailbox for Therofox?
Here, I can drop mine here. It's over here, man. Farm, you're gonna have to repair before too long. I think you are on the border
Yeah, I
of red.
see that, but I don't have an option to repair right now, so I'm alright right now. We're gonna kill it this time anyways.
Borax, Fail, Jor, Taylor, you guys are on the other side.
Hello. No one sends love letters.
My shoulders are yellow.
Here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to die. Shout. Get a face full of what the boys have been working on. Blast ya. Bust out the big bombs, boys. Get a face full of what the boys have been working on.
Oak unevens. Hero. After we soak this, run out to the sides. Throw the rest of those off. Yep. Throw the rest of them off the side. Yeah, good. Yeah. And then run that way. You need one. Get one to the square. Yep. I'll get the other one.
There's that base that I have. That's amazing. Let's talk to the guy over here.
All right,
Square.
I can get behind that.
Good plan.
It'll complete a bonus. Roll for it if you have a catalyst and 3-piece. Or if you have a 3-piece, roll for it. If you have 2-piece and a catalyst, you can roll for it. Just, if you can complete a set with it, we just ask that you roll for it. I pass because I'm not going to be able to complete anything.
We get things done.
Rates reset.
curios I can roll if it gives me 2 piece?
Yeah, if it'll give you a set bonus, we ask that you do.
Turn the curios in again.
It's in the hotel. Upstairs, I believe.
It's just leave it on it. You know. Let's reset. You can come back in.
The cartels are always hiring
Yeah, man. Congrats, man.
We got them out.
Failed it.
Nice.
Healers, do we want to do 4 for this? Do I need to switch? Okay. Need a quick bio, and then I'll do it.
Is 2663 latency bad?
Yeah. How are you alive?
You've got some good healers. Side strip.
Wait, is that what the logs say you're 3 bosses behind?
Great. New plan. Champions, take care of her while we check on our cartels.
You get to use the lotto machine every time you come in here?
Yes.
Well, no. It's not available on her. Once a week. It's make sure you repair if you haven't repaired. I guess I have to switch my spec to DPS so I can actually roll on gear, huh?
Usually.
Please. Druid buff. Check your files.
Harley, you don't want that? Thank you kindly.
You guys hear me alright?
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm showing latency and 4800 world latency.
Are you at home or are you at?
I'm at my apartment. I don't know what's going on. This happened last week too.
Yeah, we'll give it a pull here and see what happens. Alright, we'll just keep moving around the outside. We're gonna move clockwise around the room. So try to keep your oils, drop your oils off behind the boss. You wanna, if we're tanking the boss where we're at right now, you wanna be dropping your oils close to the boss, as close as you can, or close to the last oil, behind the boss, like by X. Yes, there you go. Up against the wall, best as possible.
Did he switch to be too small so that the guys dash?
I thought we
And we're not going to try to burn the oil slicks at all?
You're gonna have to burn the one that's underneath the boss.
Yeah. Underneath the boss, you gotta try to clear up as much floor as you can.
Okay.
Five, four, three, two, one.
You want a piece of me? Just in time. Forget this, I'm out. Stop my foot! Just in time. Forget this, I'm out.
Yeah, one in front of us. Be mindful, tanks.
Forget this, I'm out. Forget this, I'm out. Stop my throat! Forget this, I'm out.
Hero. Just in time. Forget this, I'm out. Stop my throat! Just in time. Forget this, I'm out. Forget this, I'm out. Stop my throat! Let's get started. I can close this! Forget this, I'm out. No. man. Nice work.
Nice work. Huh, that's one nuisance out of the way.
Good job, morons. While you were playing with Vexy, my crew was moving in. Thanks for the extra time.
We also won't talk about that I was healing that in Mythical Spec.
Sealed tight. Clear out Gallywix's cronies and see what can be salvaged. We'll put together something that'll blast the doors off that casino.
One something. Oh, crap. Alright, let's go to that.
No, we tried that last time. Right? No, because we didn't get any BOEs. Totally not worth it.
It's the tussle of the century, folks. But what's this?
Evens right.
Ladies and gents, it appears we have a surprise
We'll need to watch damage on Bork because we'll be short 1 DPS on that versus the other group.
Hope they're ready to crumble!
Salmon is good to take change of ice for this fight.
Really?
It's horrific chill.
Perfectly chill. Which chills a chains of ice? I already have chains of ice.
So big differences on here. The bomb that Florendo drops does leave behind a molten pool after it explodes. So just be mindful of that. Florendo side, dinosaur side. I'm just checking for any other major differences. I think that's really the only one.
Or spawn some ants. Don't let the ants hit you or they'll be back part of the You can stun them if you see them. No one touches them, they don't
Good. Here we go.
Have any? Does anyone else?
If not personal food buff.
Sure I do.
Of course, I'll need one of the two.
I'll bring us some feasts on Thursday.
Alright,
Thank you.
here we go.
Thank you for all of
Let's
the
go for ourselves.
feasts and other things.
Pauldrons, everything else, yeah. Don't forget to vote for officers this week.
Oh yeah, I was gonna remind everybody vote.
Okay, vote for myself.
Yeah.
I already voted.
What if I only use one of my votes?
5, 4,
That's your decision.
3, 2.
Harley, I think. No, never mind. Let's go ahead and hero. Oh, there's a lot more of these, by the way. That's the other big difference. Big safety coming out on Torque side. Switch. Suck bomb. I'm not gonna be able to get over there. They don't take damage, you just have to avoid getting hit by them. Switch. that is in a bad place. You're on your own, Jor. We have Aura Mastery or any healing cooldowns, personal defensives here, health stones, health pots, everything. Send it all. We're into it 4. Lead, swap to Florendo, please. Lead, swap to Florendo. Tank cooldowns on Nightmare.
Let's call it here tonight. Pick up on Sound Boss next on Thursday. Pretty nice. 10 bosses in one night. The second week we're doing only had 3 wipes. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. It was a pretty efficient night.
Ha ha ha, Farm, you're so funny.
Excellent work, everybody.
We should continue this on Thursday.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's go raid Christus.
Just upstairs when you walk inside.